Welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a graduation stole. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into this video. So what you see me doing here is trimming the pieces because my printer only printed up 13 by 19 and I believe that the stole was 70 inches. So all I did was print out two pieces. I first split it in my software and then I start trimming. So what you see me doing in this part is just trying to get rid of all the excess white. We don't want any white showing when trying to piece two pieces together. Sometimes that part can get very difficult. I'm not a very great cutter, but you just always want to make sure there's no white. And that's what I'm doing here. After I'm done cutting off, making sure all the white is cut off, you're going to eventually see me put the bottom piece and the top piece together. I didn't do a great job of recording, so this is what I got. So here is where I'm lining the bottom piece with the top piece. I only trimmed one. I didn't have to trim the top piece because the top piece white really won't be showing. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to start taping it together so I can have one big piece. Again, I'm just going in to make sure I have all the white cut off. And there's an overlap, so you don't have to worry about so I don't have to worry about cutting off too much. There's an overlap for in case I do cut off too much. Okay, right here I'm just going back over to make sure everything is cut off, to make sure all the white is cut off. And now I'm just going to realign my sheets together, making sure everything is lined up correctly. Again, I apologize about the ankles. Didn't do a really good job of recording this video. Now you'll start seeing me tape the pieces together. You want to be really careful with this part because you don't want to, when you tape it down, you want to make sure everything is still aligned. So you're going to see me keep checking over to make sure that I didn't mess up the alignment of the two pieces together. You always want to make sure the pieces are connected, or when you go to press, it's going to show either some ghosting or it's going to show that the pieces didn't meet together. If you haven't already done so, can you please like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment if you found anything useful. I would really appreciate it. My next step will be to cut it. Once I have everything taped together, I am just going to try to get it as even as possible so I can cut it directly down the middle so I can do each side of the stole separate. I'm using a 15 by 15 heat press. So it looks like everything is perfect to my eye. So I'm going to grab some scissors so I can cut the pieces down the middle. And here I sped this part up just so I can cut the pieces down the middle. Okay, now I'm going to start taping the stove to the design. Right now I'm just making sure I have enough tape on the stove so when I pick it up to start moving it around, my pieces won't fall apart. What I wish I did was use some painter's tape to tape that down better. I think if I would have used some painter's tape, I would have had a better control when it's time to move it to press. So here I'm just taping, this is where I just start taping the stove down to the design. Now that I have my first part of the stove taped down to the design, I am now going to heat press. I didn't show this part, but my heat press is on 400 degrees and I'm pressing it for 60 seconds. I didn't have any RAM board or anything like that, so I had to work with what I had. I just used some butcher paper. To put down. Okay, now I'm getting ready to press the stove. You always want your design to be facing up. You want the design to be touching directly on the top of the heat press. So here I have to press in sections. I'm just checking here you'll see me go back and forth just checking my pressure to make sure I have the right pressure on, which is like a medium pressure. And again, I have a 15 by 15 heat press, so I have to press this in sections. The first press is complete. You do not want to do what I am doing here. Lifting it up. That is not what you want to do. So if I had a RAM board, this would be much easier to move around, but because I didn't have one, I had to make it work. As you can see, as I'm moving it around, the design is getting lifted a lot. Like, it is getting lifted, and you do not want that. You do not want to keep moving the stove from the design, because that could lead to a lot of things. Ghosting, and just your design being no longer centered, and you do not want that. I started moving the design up for the next section to be pressed. I'm going to speed the rest of the video up while I press the rest of this section plus the other side of the stove. I'll be back once the stove is completed. finished product. It turned out great and the customer loved it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.